Okay, I know you guys are going to hate me, but how's the weather over there? Get it? Because we're doing weather. We're going to be doing a how to play weather where I not only show you guys the logistics of the deck, but we do a little bit of testing and we will determine if the deck can be a viable option into this format for your local, regional, or YCS level event. Get it? We determine whether this deck is good or not. I'm all in with the puns. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more of these awesome videos, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel. But even more, you probably can forecast me saying that you should be on that notification bell because we just too strong. Without further ado, I present to you how to play weathers as well as some testing. Okay, so looking at the weather monsters, they have some lackluster effects, weather control being the best monster of the deck, and weather report only being able to be activated when Swords of Revealing Light is on the field. Nah, just playing. But they really do have some lackluster effects. I think the best thing about it is that they can be special summoned when they're banished by the effect of a weather card. So we're going to abuse the fact of that. Weather Painter So is an instant 3 of because when it's normal summoned, you can practically search any of your weather spell or trap cards and place it in your spell or trap card zone. The card's really good at tutoring any of your cards you need. Also, Weather Painter Thunder is an amazing card. This is easily the second best monster in the deck by sending a continuous spell or trap card. Keep note that it says continuous spell or trap card and not just weather. You can tutor another weather spell or trap card from your deck to your side of the field. Now, Painter Aurora isn't that great of a card, mainly because it requires a normal summon to gain her effect, but if you can find a way to consistently get her normal summon, then you will be able to get some good things out of her. Weather Painter Rain allows you to special summon or place weather spell or trap cards from your hand to the zone when this card is special summoned. So basically every time you banish her, you get to put her to the field. So I'm just going to put her to the side, mainly because most of these weather cards we can activate directly from our hand. Weather Painter Cloud allows you to target weather cards from your graveyard and place them into your zones when a weather card is into your graveyard. So it's not awesome like Dolphins, but it's pretty okay. Next is Weather Painter Sun. It allows you to send to your graveyard one continuous spell or trap card you control to special summon. Now, I'm going to play at least 2 copies of him right off the bat because it allows us to tutor those continuous spell or trap cards, and it provides us some board presence with a weather monster archetype. So looking at these weather cards, this card I would love if the player didn't get to draw a card. Using it against your opponent to banish any card that they search is amazing, but just like Dark Bribe, I don't like giving my opponent additional cards because it might be better what they were originally trying to search. Weather Aura Canvas, I think this is the best one. Weather Cloudy Canvas, I'm sorry. I think this is the best one. This card, target one face up, no, it halves the monster. This one is a good 2 of, and it does half the attacks of your monsters or your opponent's monsters and allows them to attack directly. This is the best one, allowing you to add 1 weather card from your deck to your hand by banishing one of your weather monsters. And keep in mind, all of these give your weather monsters quick effects, so they would be pretty busted if they had some good effects. Thunder Canvas allows you to return a monster. You can banish this card. Yeah, return the monster that it banished. So it's an instant 3 of, the best one in here. Sunny Canvas is actually underratedly good. I know it says banish this monster, then tribute a card. It's like, God, I got to do that much, but I'm telling you, this card's saucy. You just got to see what I'll play with it. We're obviously going to run 2 copies of Weather Painter Rainbow. I don't like that her effects are just really inconsistent and lackluster. So first, you can send this link summon card to the graveyard to negate the summon of a monster. Okay, I wasted 3 monsters to stop them from summoning a monster. I don't think that that was a great trade-off. Now, if its effect says you can banish one of your weather monsters that this card's linked to negate the summon of a monster, I thought that would be pretty good. But, you know, I guess they didn't want to make it that good. But more importantly, if it's banished, you can special summon it back to your side of the field during your standby phase. I think that's just terrible. Mainly because every single arrow is pointing downward. So once you banish this card and revive it, you can no longer use it to special summon additional monsters from your extra deck. That's the biggest thing that I hated about it. But ultimately, it's not a terrible card, especially since our weather monsters are so free. Next, we're looking at Weather Rainy Canvas. You can banish this card, target 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls. Okay, that's pretty decent. We will play that. And bam, bam, bam. I'm already giving you guys the best deck profile of all time. That's pretty much it for the weather monsters. What I did notice is Hecatrice. Oops. Hecatrice is really good with his deck. So we're going to play 2 copies of Hecatrice and then Valhalla. We're We're going to play 3 copies of that. The reason why we play that is because it combos so well with Weather Painter Thunder. So what you do is you search the Valhalla Fallen of Thunder, special summon Weather Painter Thunder, send the Valhalla to summon or activate the Snowy Canvas to banish the Thunder, which will search you to Painter, summon the Painter to get the trap card to your side of the field. It's awesome as hell. It's really good. We're actually going to run 2 copies of Aura. Aura, when normal summoned, allows us to set or place one of these guys, so we can tribute any of our monsters to place him back to our side of the field. Next, we're going to run quite a bit of good cards. Let's say Desires. It's almost free in this deck. That's pretty dope. We play 3 of, so it's pretty free. Actually, let me sneak another Sun in here for that Desires. And I probably could sneak another Aurora, just because, and I can up the count to 3 Desires, because I don't really need to see every single one of these cards. And now I know I'm forgetting some really awesome cards in here. I know the Brilliant Fusion Engine in here is just like, it's really good, but we might actually play a better sauce for the deck profile. So let's get to 100 likes. Please, come on, you're killing me. Just 100. And look, if 100 people watch this video and every single one of you guys like the video, then we're already to the competitive version of this deck profile. This deck works really good with Macrocosmos. I know that your banished monsters don't come back, seeing that Macro isn't a banished, isn't a weathery card, but you can send it to the graveyard for the effect of Painter Thunder, and it disrupts the opponent. So Dimensional Fissure is also another great card. Actually, you can't send it to the graveyard. Wait, why? I can't think of why you can't, at least off the top of my head. Skill Drain. Skill Drain is also another amazing card if I can learn how to spell it right. Because this card can send it to the graveyard 4 costs and lose 1 turn. So now we're, which lose 1 turn is better? Which lose 1 turn's better? They both have, oh, all right, I like the Japanese lose 1 turn because it says lose 1 turn in Japanese. That's really cool. So we're going to play all of these negates, basically an anti-meta like stun deck. 3 Desires to get us into our cards as fast as possible. 14 monsters. We're looking pretty dope when it comes to it. We're just missing 2 cards. I think I'm actually just going to pay 1 Rain and 1 Weather Painter Thundercloud just to see how they work. Now for the extra deck, I think Leviair is probably the best card for this deck, because it allows you to tutor any of your banished monsters that haven't recursed themselves back to the field. We're basically going to be running a lot of rank 3s in this deck. So Monster, Exceed, and then 3 and 3. And let's see exactly what we can pop up with. Dante's kind of useless. I guess that card's not terribly bad. All right, so, I mean, Engineer. Fuck. Not really any great 3s. Like, it's not like this deck is going to be Link summoning out, or, summoning deck, itself out the ass, but still, we have a monster that can continuously summon itself, and all you have to do is send weather, or continuous spell and trap cards from the graveyard, or from our field to the graveyard. So we might want to load up on as many of the good cards of the 3s. As we can see, Break Sword just might be free, being able to destroy your weathery cards to destroy opponent's cards. So now let's look at those Link monsters, and looking at those monsters, we have, what do we have? Come on, we have a Cossack Magician. We have some really good cards inside of this. Let's just go ahead and run the Borlo Dragon, the Biko Bulker. We're not going to run Firewall because the odds of this deck making double Firewall are extraordinarily low. Miss Starboy cannot be made as easily, nor can Mrs. Radiant. We're playing, we're a half-asses. I'm not going to lie. We're going to actually Topologic Dragon might be good. Topologic Dragon might be good. And then I guess Trigate Wizard, just because the extra deck seems kind of botched, but that's what we got right now. So basically, it looks like the theme of this deck is to abuse your continuous spell and trap cards, which this deck could work really well with True Draco if you guys decide to, tributing the spells and trap cards, and even the monster that can continuously bring itself back. We're going to go with a more pure route because this doesn't look bad, but let's get into some games and see exactly how this deck works under games. It looks like we have a solid base for the weather archetype. I think we just drew a pretty bad hand. We only run 14 or 16 monsters, so to draw all monsters in one spell kind of sucks. Now we're going to look at another game. And I'm starting to get a really good feel for this deck. I hope you guys are too. Even with the loss, we still learned some valuable information. This deck is a lot better than expected. Giving them all quick effects is like the best thing the deck could have had. All right, we drew the combo. Combo breaker. It seems like this deck just might have a hard time playing through back row. And Casper is probably going to be the card that we're not going to want to see. So we're going to go ahead and activate Valhalla. We're going to put a counter on Valhalla. We're going to use that to special summon Painter Thunder. Nigga, do you have a response? Isn't a fucking thing. All right, look, you can destroy it. Please destroy it. It's not a hard once per turn. So now we're going to use the effect of Weather Painter Thunder. And basically our weather canvases are useless, unfortunately. Wish I could make Utopia Lightning. That'd be fucking easy. Easy peasy. That's a girl? I don't know, I guess it is a girl. So we're going to send that to the graveyard to place Snowy to our side of the field. Should we play Snowy? Thinking. Snowy allows us to banish to add. We'll move it here. Give me 1 second. I think we have somebody at my door. All right, sorry about that. Amazon delivery. Once per turn during the standby phase, place one spell and trap card. We can move that here. We can actually move this to the deck. We can place the Thunder in the middle column, summon the Painter, place the other monster, and I think we can get over this Magic Bullet thing they got going right now. Or I can just place 2 Thunders to ensure that I get over this Magic Bullet scenario right now. And they're not activated, they are placed. So we're in a good position. This deck actually might have something over Magic Bullet. We know that he has the Destrudel, the Destrudel, so we can summon Painter Snow. Oh, it returns the monster. It doesn't actually get over the monster. Our next normal summon can be Painter Sun. And I still think that that would set him back, at a good rate. Even if we do summon the Painter Sun and return the Casper to the hand. This is these hard decisions, man. We can get the search, though. Actually, we'll go with the search. And the search is always good. So we're going to activate the Weather Painter Snow. And that's going to get me the spell card to search. And that's actually a benefit that this deck has, is that it doesn't activate. It just places. So now we're going to enter our battle phase. You can't ash it. There's nothing to ash. He actually... Yeah, sure, mixed click, bro. I got you. I won't mind losing the card. I won't mind losing the card. It's free. He can ash it now. I don't think I have anything to use. And we might be able to get over this Casper. Literally, this deck is good. I like it. I think that there's definitely going to be some modifications we're going to make. There's obviously going to be some modifications that we're going to make. But I did not expect this deck to be this damn good. It's not bad. To Painter. So yeah, this deck, I mean, he's reading. I like it. He can ash it now. Now you can ash it. What is your search for? I mean, we already knew you had to ash. Debating on if I want to banish it for Thunder Canvas or if I want to banish it for Snowy Canvas. But yeah, I'm feeling this deck. He's gonna add Cross Domination. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and attack. I think we can use it to bait out the Cross Domination. As long as he doesn't say damage. Yeah, he didn't say damage. And now we get to search unless he, well, he doesn't have any more ashes. We know that's for sure. This deck actually is not bad. I was able to finesse a Magic Bullet player, and now I'm able to do whatever I wish with this deck. So with that, we're going to go ahead and add a Magic Bullet monster. I want to add another Snow. Snow, no. Huh, this is interesting. I don't know what card to add next because we've already gained our really good cards. This actually halves the attack of monsters, so we'll add this to our hand. That's perfect. Now we're in a good position. Main phase 2. We can activate Cloudy Canvas. And Rainy Canvas. And Valhalla. Now he's not going to get anything from us. And back to you. So we can manipulate Casper not being on the field. That's really good. I like that. He's going to activate a card under Casper. Oh, we can't banish it. God damn it, this Thunder Canvas. Why do you have... You could be so much better if you did what we wanted you to do. But we can still half the attack of his monsters. I guess that's not that bad. But man, that Thunder Canvas could be really deadly. Yeah, this deck's not that bad. We could have broke sworded. Actually, I think that would have been good. If we would have... No, we can't break sword it. Yeah, That's crazy. This deck is not bad, and I could be playing it better, but I don't. We just gotta feel the ebbs and flows of this deck. It's pretty fucking good overall. Like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So what can he do? He has a Casper. He needs to be able to activate a card. We will always have stuff to activate. We'll always have outs to his attacks. We'll always have good cards to be able to use. Unlike the Magic Bullets, which is very dependent on other cards to activate their effects, this deck can get rolling relatively fast. And it seems that once this deck does start getting rolling, it's incredibly hard to stop. Now, if I can pair this with a skill drain, this deck would be saucy. Basically, any continuous spells and trap cards. Hell, even Fiendish Chain isn't bad right now, but all that's pretty saucy right now. Looking at what he's going to do, we activated all our cards just so we didn't have to activate them in a certain column that he wanted us to activate them in. I didn't want to give him any column effects. I didn't want to let him know where I was using my column cards. So we can banish a monster that battles. We can search twice. We can bounce 2 cards. No. Both. Both of the monsters do, because they're adjacent to its monster zones. I don't know. I like this card's column thing. That is really good. So they both have the effect of searching, banishing, or returning when they battle. They both have some really awesome effects right now. So he's going to go ahead and set a card face down. I'm really interested in, I was going to return it, but pretty interested in what he's going to do. He's going to set a monster in defense position and a card face down. So I'm going to go ahead and return that card by Rainy's effect. So we're going to return that card to his hand for Snowy. And Snowy's going to allow us to search. And now it's going to be the start of our turn. Draw phase, standby phase. Both our monsters are going to return in any column we want. We're going to put Thunder right here. Painter. And now I draw to lose 1 turn, which means I need to get rid of some cards in my columns. We're going to normal summon Painter's Son. And we can use both of these cards to make a Break Sword, which would get over the Casper at the cost of 1 of my spells and trap cards. I think I'm going to get rid of Cloudy Canvas. I'm expecting an Honest of some sort. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and overlay both of these monsters. And we're going to make Break Sword. We're going to use the effect of Break Sword. All right, now we have the Casper off the field. We have Casper off the field, which is awesome. We can use the effect to search and then special summon Panther Aurora. Actually, we can send this card to the graveyard to special summon and then search again. So we're going to send Rainy Canvas to the graveyard to special summon Painter's Son, and then we're going to tribute the Painter's Son. And that's going to normal summon our Aura. Aura's effect is going to activate, and it's going to place a card in our zone, which will probably be the exact same card that we sent to the graveyard, because that card's pretty good. And now we have some pretty beefy monsters. This deck will... 2 Caspers, so we didn't have any cards to stop me practically. So now we have both of those. We're going to set the lose one turn. And then we're going to banish them both. This deck is actually a lot better than what I expected. Once it gets rolling, it's really hard to stop it. We're going to banish this one. Hey, so now we get 2 searches. I got 2 searches. This deck's good, man. I don't even think these cards are even necessary. They don't seem terrible, but they don't seem great. So we're going to search another Thunder to our hand. That seems to be the best card. And another Snow to our hand. And that's going to be the end phase of our turn. So far, we are owning this deck. We have a 2200 attack monster, 1700 attack monster. Best thing is, it's not really much he can do, and we won. This deck is pretty good. This deck is pretty good. I'm excited to see it in action. We actually beat Magical Muketeer, so that's going to signify something that this deck is doing. Something that we're doing is right. I can't wait to give you guys the deck profile. Let's get 100 likes, and I'm going to give you guys the most competitive deck profile as possible for this deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys would like to see a personal deck or want a personal deck profile, then you can do so by supporting me via Patreon. There's so many awesome rewards. I'm going to aim for the ultra rare subscription because you get personal deck profiles, you get to be added into a group, and you get so much more. Thank you guys again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.